Does the balance of acidity and sweetness lie in the stir? Now, the continuous pour is an exaggeration of what I was trying to kind of discover with a pour over in my last video. Now, right now, I'm going to be doing a normal brew where I actually only just do a very low agitation movement while I talk about what I'm doing. So essentially, when it comes to stirring continuously, I wanted to show that the differences in not having as much agitation, not lifting the coffees as much, can actually affect how much oils pass through to the bottom of the coffee. Now, in the pour over experiment, because it is a glass dripper and there's no actual paper filter to hold everything, the coffee grinds itself acts as its own filtration system. Therefore, a lot less gases pass through and everything. But does this translate to the V60 or like a flat bottom dripper as well? So here I am doing a 1 to 14 pour with as little movement as possible, just to see if the coffee comes out more clear. Now, in the high agitation pour where I stirred from beginning to end, obviously I didn't use as much water, because if I used more water, the thing would just take forever to drain. So, and my theory has always been if the grinds sink to the bottom, it is done brewing. So I didn't want to over extract the coffees. I didn't want to over brew the coffees. And so here I am doing the two. So this one I've already diluted to the 1 to 14. This way we can have an exact comparison of the two 1 to 14s. From my visuals right now, I can clearly see that this one is a lot more oily, a lot more creamy, and it's a lot less translucent. This one's a lot more clear. So the act of having a continuous stir and keeping the grinds floating already from a visual point of view is showing me that there's a lot more oils passing if I have a continuous motion. Now, if I were to continuously pour at the same rate as which the water is leaving, so like something in a 0-1 where I can pour very close, very gentle, all the grinds are always lifted, I'm wondering if there could be a nice balance between these two. So would that make the 0-1 Hario V60 size the ultimate dripper? That is kind of the question right now. So we're done brewing. It's only 2 minutes. This is a standard single pour method, and let's take a look at it from a close-up. Okay, I'm not really sure if this really does it much justice, but this is the initial brew where I stirred continuously, and then this is the exact same coffee that I did without moving as much. You can already see that with the dilution, it makes a little bit more sense, but this one is a lot more murky, and then this one is a lot more clear. I mean, the color is a little bit darker too. That's probably because the color of the oils is a little bit more orangey, so this coffee does come out a little bit more orangey. Obviously, because I brewed them at 2 different times. This one was brewed maybe 6 or 7 minutes earlier than this one. There's going to be quite a bit difference in the temperature. To me, there's a very big difference in the color contrast at the very least. Taste-wise, I still prefer this one. There seems to be more sweetness in it. There's more acidity coming through, and it's more creamy. But this one has more clarity, so you can taste the notes a lot more cleanly. So I guess it depends what you prefer. I think having a nice balance between the two might be a little bit better. This one, the one on the left, just has more clarity, has more kind of layers to it. This one is just more compact, more of a rounded thing. So if I were to brew this in a tighter ratio, this would taste much better, much more succulent, much sweeter, and it would just leave a longer lasting coating flavor on my mouth. Whereas something like this, it would be better to sip on. So I think depending on how you like your coffees, or like what the purpose or when the time of you're drinking the coffee is, you could actually play around with the two techniques to kind of maximize your drinking experience. I personally would think that there has to be some kind of balance between the two to kind of create the best tasting coffees. So I'm going to be kind of playing around with this kind of theory. We're going to be working on this quite a bit, and then hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have the review on the pour over itself, and then a finalized recipe on what I think the current best tasting brew method is. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye!